Hello, everybody. I'm Cindy Adams, and I'm the Marketing and Special Events Manager for the City of Eden. And welcome to our show, F.Y.I. And do we have a lot of information today? And with me, I have Ken White. He is our Economic Development Specialist here at the city. And we're going to talk about all things Riverfest.
And there's a lot of things about Riverfest.
What
number is this?
This is 22 years.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So what has been a high point for you before we get into this year? Is there something that sticks out to you in the last 22 years? Because it's vastly different than it used to be.
It is. I guess just the growth process. We've built a lot of wonderful relationships. Mm-hmm. You know, we have vendors that have been here forever. We know by first names. We know about kids and family happenings and all that. And I guess in my business, relationships is everything. And I think that helps us grow. They tell other vendors, because we really try to get my tongue tied, roll out the red carpet in every event that we do. Our vendors and our sponsors are very important, and I think people recognize that.
Absolutely. So, well, let's start with the big part of Riverfest that everybody really loves is you get the best bands.
Well, we try. And music is a big part.
Yeah.
Both our concert nights and during the day are full.
Right.
We have local people who really want to play Riverfest. That makes you feel real good.
Absolutely.
It's kind of a launching point for them,
Right.
and they just love playing in front of the locals. And so, but this year we have a great lineup as always. On Friday night, now the Extraordinaires. They are a 9-piece band, horns, the works. It is going to be over the top fun. They're playing from 7 to 10, and he likes to play almost straight through.
Yeah.
So that's pretty impressive.
Absolutely.
They were here maybe 12 years ago. Very different band then, not the size of this, the magnitude, and they play all over the state and the region. So we're looking forward to it. Saturday, we're going to start out at 10:45 to 11:30 with the Leetsville United Methodist Church Choir. Don't think church choir.
No.
It's going to be awesome, over the top. They are excited. They came to us. They do some secular music, different kinds of music, but the whole choir is very excited about being at Riverfest, so I think that'll be a treat. From 12 to 1, we have Soul of the Matter. I love that name. I love all the names this year. Yeah. From 1:30 to 3:30, a very popular regional band is called The Originals. Tony Smith, who's a local, is part of this band now. Some of the members are from the part-time Party Time Band. A lot of people remember that from back in the day. And so it's going to be incredible. So we got 2 hours with them. And then this is my favorite name of the whole weekend. From 4 to 5 is Cinnamon and the Spice Rack.
There you go.
And so they're excited as well. They came to us. And so we're giving them a chance, and I think it's just going to be great. And then from 7 to 10, we're going to end with a big favorite we brought back from last year because so many people said they loved them, is 80s Nation.
My favorite.
So it's all 80s Saturday night. We welcome people to dress up.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to have my Bon Jovi t-shirt on, you know. So it'll be a lot of fun. So anytime during the day, several years ago, we narrowed it down to one stage, and we did that purposeful because people were having to choose between the stage at the other end and this one. And so we want everybody who plays to get the same equal time as far as audience goes. And so we went down to one stage, and it has worked well.
Yeah. Well, it's good up there, that end and all that stuff. So.
Yeah, and you don't have a sun in your face. The other end, the sun during the month of September is brutal.
It is. It really is. So it's good to have it centrally located.
It is.
And there's stuff up there to do as well. It's not just the vendors run all the way up to there.
Oh, yeah.
And we put special vendors, the axe throwing.
We'll talk about that. We laid this out yesterday.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that a little bit later. But there's axe throwing up there. There's the Eden Rotary Beer Garden tent. Friday night, nice new addition. We have a mobile, really nice golf simulator that will be there Friday. We have beards and smokes. We have some food. And then literally the vendors come all the way to the edge. Right. And Tri-City Automotive will be there with their beautiful vehicles to display. And so a lot happening on that end of the street.
Right. But it happens all all the way down the street. How many vendors are there this year? Do we even know how many we
I
laid
don't
out
even know.
yesterday?
I think it's 150 plus, and that does not include special features, and there's a
Right.
lot of those.
Yeah.
But it does include food
Right.
and those kind of things. So it's a lot to get in there.
Right.
On Friday, we have about a 4-hour block. And so we're super organized.
Yes.
We have great point people set up in each block. I guess I'm talking to vendors now that will guide you right to your space and get you out. We have a pattern for each block of how you come in, how you get out, and it has worked beautifully.
Yeah.
And so,
You were well organized.
believe it or not, it's pretty efficient, and we get them all in there.
Oh, absolutely. So, I know you're talking about that, the special events. The kids' place is always amazing.
It is, and it's kind of all over the place
Right.
this year. It's not just in one place. We kind of had to get creative with space this year. But on the Bridge Street end of Washington Street will be the Ninja Warrior course.
Super popular.
It is. And the warp wall. Every kid wants to try to defeat the warp wall. And so they'll be there. And then there's kid vendors going up to that, like face painting, sand art, all kinds of things. And then at the top of Monroe Street, we'll have laser tag, indoor laser tag. They were here year before last, very popular, stayed busy the whole time. I think the poor guy was absolutely worn out. Yeah. So that's coming back. Then at the top of Henry Street, near the old Karastan Mills, will be inflatables and oversized games. And then in the lot at Bet Hutchins, at Better Look, there'll be foam party plus a glow foam party after dark on Saturday night. There'll be an ice cream truck. There's Italian ice. There's a beautiful, sweet little stagecoach with trick roping and a stagecoach show. They get to dress up like the cowboys and all that. And there's gym sluicing there. There's a Build-A-Bear booth there. A lot for kids.
Exactly.
All over the place.
Well, and I think that's important to mention because of our sponsors, who we'll talk about at the end.
Yeah.
The fact that Riverfest, the kids' stuff, is free.
It is. The concerts are free.
The concerts are free.
The shuttles are free.
You do such a great job in providing, we know our audience, and we provide this.
Yeah.
You know, people can come. It's affordable to families with multiple kids and multiple, things. Right. And it's multiple generations. People can come bring a chair and sit, and you have always done such a great job of including everyone. We have handicap parking on Patrick Street, which was new last year, which is great.
Right.
So, but how do you get all those people into Washington Street with parking and?
Well, we have 2 shuttles. There'll be 2 shuttles running the entire time Friday and the entire festival Saturday. There's 2 points. You can park your car at the top of the parking lot in front of Tractor Supply, at the bottom of the lot at Kingsway Plaza, and look for signs. The parking will be in front of the signs. It'll say shuttle parking. Just park there. That is the easiest way, most efficient way. Safe Hands Transportation provides this. They have clean, cool, nice vans, responsible drivers. Let you off right at the entrance of the festival, and they'll pick you up again. It runs every 30 minutes. Then there's parking all in the perimeter around street parking of the festival. There's the lower lots of the old Karastan Mill that'll be available for parking. Lee's United Methodist Church is always so kind to let us use their lots for parking. It seems to work. But the best way to make it work is to take advantage of those shuttles.
Absolutely. And I would like to talk about the neighborhood because economic development is my thing. As many vendors as we have, Washington Street merchants, for the most part, are still open as well.
Absolutely.
And so, make sure you visit the merchants, the people you want to see. They put on special sales and try to get everybody in there. So that really increases the size of Riverfest.
Does.
You don't have just...
So many of the merchants take advantage of Riverfest. Where else do you get 25,000 people at your doorstep? But a lot of them actually have booths on the street and are part of the festival.
Right.
All the restaurants are open, full, nice, cool air conditioning because sometimes Riverfest is hot. Beverages inside, and I'll talk about beverages. I'll just go ahead and say this. We're so blessed to have the social district downtown. Thank you for working on that. But during our special events, because we have to have control of what we're doing, we do not allow that to be active.
Absolutely.
So you will not be able to take an alcoholic beverage and walk around the festival. Right. Plus, we support wholeheartedly what Rotary is doing because all the proceeds from the sales of those beverages go to scholarships to help kids at our high school. And we find that to be very important. And they work very hard to make it efficient there, to make it a nice atmosphere. We did get permission many years ago it flows out into the concert area, but it does not go past the edge of Patrick Street. And so I hope people just don't get upset about that, but there are reasons behind it, and safety is number one.
Well, I've never seen, in all the years, even before I started with the city, coming there, even though there is beer at the beer garden next to the thing, we've never really had problems with that because people understand. They come to enjoy themselves.
Right.
And it's a family atmosphere, but yet you can still have an adult beverage.
Sure.
And I think that's another unique thing about this is that it's small town, but we actually more than double the size of Eden on Saturday.
We do. Police department has said that. We double our population.
We double our population on Saturdays. So on that Saturday, which is amazing for a town our size to pull off an event of this. It's a regional event now. I mean, it really is.
Well, and it's a team.
Right.
I always talk about my team. You're part of that team. Yesterday we had Amy Lusk. Laying this thing out is not an easy task. It took us about 5 hours to do that, and we'll tweak it again.
Yeah.
Before we push it out there. But all that Public Works and Facilities and Grounds are going to do ahead of time. People have no clue what goes on to prepare for this. We'll start Riverfest 2 weeks after Riverfest is over. Booking things, all those things.
Well, yesterday we were measuring the sidewalk by feet.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're full.
Know exactly,
when we say we're full, we're full.
Yeah, we were moving, juggling feet and inches there for a little bit.
But there's so much cleaning that goes on beforehand, set up, finding the sponsorships. This is not a cheap venture.
But people don't, and when you talk about clean, like Sunday morning when you drive through, on your way to church on Sunday morning, you can't tell that Riverfest happened.
Oh, yeah. They come in, and they just get to it. And they know what it needs to look like. And it works, and they don't complain.
No.
And so it's very important. And everybody, knows what they do the day of. We had a meeting last week of all the city employees who head up jobs that are going on during Riverfest, police, fire, inspections. People don't think about, we take safety very serious at Riverfest, and that includes, having the right fire extinguishers, the right kind of tents, when you're dealing with grease and different things, and so we require those inspections, and I think it's to our benefit that we do that. We have security all day. We tried to make the perimeters of the festival safe and secure because that's, as I said before, safety is most important, and cleanliness.
Right. Well, and we have officers scheduled down there, almost an entire another shift. We don't take them away from the rest of the city.
Right.
I don't think people understand that. There is a whole nother shift that works down there.
That's right.
And we keep a police officer on site from Friday night till Saturday.
Yeah. And we've never had a problem. No. So vendors can leave some things, leave their tents up, chairs, all that kind of thing. And we've never had an issue. People seem to really respect it.
Well, it's because of our great leader. I mean,
right.
But part of that is, and I agree that, in the 22 years that you've been running this, we all feed off of, we all want it to be a great event. And there's never been, the city itself has supported this event. Washington Street merchants support the event. Our whole region, we have county people who are going to come and set up the canoe thing in the park.
There's so much to see.
It really is great.
We can talk about a little bit of that if you want to.
Okay,
We
yeah.
can talk about what people can expect. The vendors are over the top. And I use that word a lot with this, over the top.
Yeah.
But great jewelry makers, woodworkers, iron, food.
Oh my God, yeah. The
You know, we have somebody coming with spices, somebody coming with shrimp and grits sauce and baked goods. I mean, you name it, it's going to be there. Lots of crocheted items, glass art we saw yesterday. So come do your Christmas shopping.
Exactly. Well, that's
you
one
do
of
that
the
a lot.
vendors that I'm looking forward to is Chapter and Verse. The people make the concealed handgun. But not only do we bring people in, I know that Marianne Barber, she starts months in advance for her shop. She set up in front of Barber Studios.
Right.
And other merchants, Abbey Gray Farm. I mean, they bring in special items.
Yeah. And she gets so excited about Riverfest. She has the best attitude about it.
Stacey loves it.
Yeah.
But, you know, the soap shop, Lavender Blue, I mean, they bring in all these vendors that we have. Preppy Pirate is going to do a great thing this year.
He has his bag sale every year.
Yeah.
So don't miss that.
Exactly.
That is the deal of the day.
Absolutely.
At Riverfest is at Preppy Pirate.
Yeah. So have we touched on everything? Is there something else? Is there something people need to know?
Like you said, there's something for everybody.
Exactly.
You know, if you just want to come for concerts, bring your chair and sit there, get you some good food and enjoy it. If you want to bring a whole host of kids, you'll stay all day.
Right.
Because there's something all day long. Shop. Really, these vendors have worked very hard. They're very excited about being here. And they're offering something really, really nice, something unique. We always say pottery is so unique. You know who made it. This is another venue for all kinds of art and crafts that you get to talk to who did it. And we didn't talk about civic clubs.
Oh, yeah.
And people there. You know, the Lions Club, United Way. Some of our candidates are going to be there. The Sheriff's Department will be there with educational type things. The Triad Bloodhounds. The Eden Fire Department, you know, it goes on and on and on. It's a good mix of everything. But one thing that everybody comes for is the food.
Absolutely.
There is so much good food, and we try our best to get menus ahead of time and get great food, number one, but affordable food.
Right.
As we all know, festivals and events can get outrageous with food costs, but we try our best to provide an affordable price because we know families are coming. But Tim and Dinah Biggs are branching out this year. We're so excited about what they're doing. They're doing roasted corn. They're doing beautiful, newly wrapped cotton candy trailer. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. Lemonade, ribbon fries, pickles, you name it. We have the Maine lobster.
That's what
coming.
That may not be affordable, but I'm looking really forward to the lobster on Saturday night.
Right. Everybody's favorite, bearded barbecue.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Will be back. So many things. We have two really cute beverage. One is in a horse trailer. One is like the back end of an old Chevy truck. Yeah. They'll be there. Lots of lemonade. Lots of the stuff. Right. The fried Oreos. All those things. So something for everybody.
Right. But even speaking of, there's one thing we have not touched on that's new this year. Tell us about the A&T van that's coming.
Yeah, really excited. The North Carolina Black Alliance. They're going to be in the first parking section behind the front porch off of Henry Street, off of the food court there. They're bringing the A&T bus. They'll be doing some health checks and different things. Our own health department will be there on the other end of the street doing health checks as well. So yeah, we're really excited about their addition and what they're going to bring to the festival. So thank you for mentioning that. Yeah. When I talked about on the other end, the Bookmobile will be here. Yeah. They are great partners of ours. Yeah. They come to Touch a Truck. The kids love it. They give away free books and they do it with such a big smile. And so they are such a great addition. Yeah, they really are. But we asked people. We've used every nook and cranny uptown, this year. So please visit everybody.
Right.
You know, we went up Monroe Street. We've actually went into a parking lot. We went further out Henry Street, and we're having to. It's just going to have to become a new footprint
Right.
for the festival. And
It
so
is.
don't just walk Washington Street.
Right.
These people have worked hard, and they need your eyes on their merchandise and food and different things. You never know what you're going to find.
Right. Like you said, we're going into the parking lot next to Better Look, and we're going into the parking lot at the Realty office, a 5-star Realty at the top. We've gone into those because
we have to.
We had to.
Yeah.
And thank the merchants for letting us do that. I mean, that's
absolutely. That's another thing. We use so many parts. We just kind of take over.
Exactly.
Now, where we're responsible, we try to leave it cleaner than we found it.
Right.
And so, thank you to all of them for being a part of this.
So now we got to the thank you part. How many sponsors did you round up this year, Cindy?
Quite a few. And I really want to name them all because they're that important, because this festival would not be at the level.
Oh, yeah, no.
It wouldn't exist. No. I mean, because, the whole festival is sponsor driven, and that is most important because the community did it.
Right.
And so the reason you have free concerts and shuttles and kids' activities and all those things is because of these people. Top of the list, Nestle Purina, Dyer's Plumbing. They came on in a big way last year. Real proud of what they do. Of course, my department, marketing and special events, contributed. UNC Health Rockingham, they'll be there with a booth. Dyer's will be there with a booth. The Leakesville merchants themselves, the MSD, contributed. Piedmont Surfaces of the Triad, a downtown business. Home Trust Bank, they've been with us forever. Appreciate all they're doing. The Eden Chamber of Commerce came on in a big way. Enbridge and MVP, we thank them so much. Gildan, another long-time sponsor, always faithful to us, and we appreciate that. Fair Funeral Home, Destination Magazine, Mike Moore Media, Roy Sawyers, Duke Energy, and Tri-City Automotive. And, we thank our media, for helping us get the word out.
Right.
We talked about this a little earlier before we came on the air. We try every way we know to let people know. We have a banner on 14. We're doing these shows with Roy. We're on Mike Moore Media, Star News. We're on 3 radio stations all over. We advertise in Roxborough. We advertise in Martinsville, in Danville. Our Virginia partners are great patrons of ours, and so we try to get it everywhere on our social media platforms, newsletters. So we hope people.
Well, we really do. We know from the numbers that I will get after where we counted almost 25,000 people from last year.
Yeah.
I mean, people drove 2 and 3 hours to come to this. Yeah. I mean, it's really some of our
vendors.
event.
We have a vendor coming from Georgia.
I started to say,
from South Carolina, from Virginia, all over the state of North Carolina. So our vendors, and it helps our hotels and our motels because some people stay overnight and just make a full weekend of it.
Right. It really is. I mean, but I think that speaks to this city, the quality that this city has put into this event for the last 22 years.
Yeah.
If we hadn't, we would not be this large if we were not supported by citizens, merchants, all the civic organizations, and all that stuff. So
I'm very passionate about it. I take it very serious.
Right.
I want it nice. I want it clean. I want it fun.
Exactly.
And I want everybody to enjoy it.
Exactly. It's great. It's a great event.
All right. Well, thank you.
You're
welcome. Everybody.
come to Riverfest, September 19th and 20th. On Friday, we're there from 5 to 10, and Saturday, we got a long day, 10 to 10. So bring your chair, bring your family, bring your friends, bring a little bit of money, bring an appetite, and come have some fun. We'll see you next time.